Hi and welcome to a second home edition of 5 Cool Things. So it's the 1st of April and we're still in coronavirus lockdown, so everything's being done from home. So this is my self-filmed 5 Cool Things. If you're used to seeing this online on off.road.cc, then you'll know that we pick out 5 of the coolest things that we've got in for test this week. So today is no different. We've got a load of mountain bike helmets to put towards our best trail and enduro test, plus some mountain bike shoes, and then also some new kit from Pearl Izumi. So let's get started. First of all, the Giro Tyrant helmet. So this is that sort of dirt jump style helmet that you'll have seen knocking around. Quite a few brands have got them now. Fox have got one. There's obviously the Giro Switchblade, which looks a bit like this, but with the chin piece. And then this Tyrant. They call it a progressive trail helmet. It's a trail lid with earpieces. They come in small, medium, large, and this is 135 quid. Designed to be worn with goggles. There's an adjustable peak. You get a normal buckle, which is just attached from the side of those earpieces. And in the box, there's also different thickness of earpiece padding, I suppose we're going to call it there. So to pad it out between your face. This one is a MIPS, which is actually a really clever MIPS design. And I saw this on the Bell Super Air R, which I've just tested. So that's a new lightweight trail lid, and it's one of those removable chin bar ones that isn't downhill rated. So that's just for sort of normal trail riding with a removable chin bar. Anyway, back to this MIPS. So MIPS is the system which a lot of helmets have, which means that it reduces the rotational forces on impact. So it makes that rotation that you might get on impact a little bit slower, and hopefully help and stop you getting any concussions. This one's really interesting because you have the normal padding on the inside of the helmet, and that is fixed to your plastic cradle, but then there's 2 parts of the helmet which slide over each other. And Giro, actually, I was struggling for a way to describe this, but Giro say it's like a ball in a socket, and it's exactly that. The inner part of the helmet slides around the outer part of the helmet. And it's actually really clever and doesn't seem to add too much weight. So the Bell Super Air R, which also has this, is actually surprisingly light for the fact that you've got 2 completely separate layers inside this helmet. And that's 2 separate EPS layers as well. So that's pretty cool. And I thought what I'd do is, because seeing as I have a switchblade here as well, is put this side to side with this switchblade with the chin bar off, so you can see what the differences are. Because this is 135 quid, but the switchblade, which comes with a chin piece, with a removable chin piece if you wanted it, is 250 quid. So let's have a look at those 2 together. So I reviewed this lid in its entirety a little while ago on off-road, and I really liked it. I find it pretty easy to get that chin bar on and off. Now I've got the knack, I can do it on the trail while the main helmet's on my head. And it just gives you a little bit more confidence, a little bit more security when you're riding really gnarly trails. And it's downhill certified too, so you can be pretty sure that this is pretty strong and it's gonna save your face. So, chin bar down. These don't look too dissimilar, do they? So the switchblade just has what I would call a normal MIPS layer. It doesn't have this sort of ball and socket MIPS layer. Inside, they're looking pretty similar. They're a pretty similar layout. There's a little bit more padding, actual physical liner padding in the switchblade, and the peak is a little larger. And I wonder if it moves a little more. It does, it moves a tad. They feel pretty similar in weight as well. That weighs 568 grams, and then if you compare that to the switchblade, also so small, that one weighs 634 grams. So the switchblade is a little bit heavier. Up to you to choose. 250 quid, a little bit heavier to wear without the chin bar, but it does have that downhill certified chin bar. Or if you think that you just want to go for this more progressive trail lid, it's a little bit lighter, wear on your own, but you obviously don't have that helmet bar compatibility. Next on the list, and sticking with rather aggressive helmets, this is the Bell Super DH. So I have recently tested the Bell Super Air R, which is their trail helmet, with new trail helmet with the removable chin piece. That one isn't downhill certified though, so I thought I wanted to get hold of the sturdier one and see how that differs. So this helmet, downhill certified, also has a removable chin piece, and the difference with the Switchblade here is that when you remove this chin piece, there's no ear covering, so it just looks like a normal trail lid. So this helmet is £300. It also has MIPS, and it has that same spherical MIPS lining that we've just been talking about. So it's the one that feels like it's a ball and a socket joint. And that rotates completely, and the cradle also at the back also rotates. So to take off the chin bar, all you need to do is unclip the two little clips at the front, so they slide into just above the ears or below the temples here, and then unclip at the back. That comes apart, and then you just slide it off. So without the chin piece attached, the Belt Super DH, just as a trail lid, is 465 grams. So this is a small, and that's not too bad really. That's sort of normal trail bike, half shell lid sort of weight. As I said, inside you get the MIPS, you've got adjustable cradle. You can't adjust around the ears as you can on a normal helmet, and then it gets a fidlock, so that's that magnetic buckle. In the box you get some different cheek pieces, so different width cheek pieces for the chin bar, and also a rather nifty little helmet camera or light mount, because some lights use that GoPro style mount now, and that just clips in and out as you need it, which is pretty easy to use. So as I said, that's 300 quid for a downhill certified trail lid with chin bar. Next up on the list, back to just normal half shell, this is the Lazer Impala MIPS. So new lid from Lazer, it's got a MIPS liner, and we're back to just a normal plastic liner that you normally see. Peak's adjustable. It's got a nice big ratchet at the back, so that's actually really easy to get hold of. I've ridden in this helmet once and it's really comfortable from the off, so pretty impressed by that. This is 120 quid, so it looks pretty good value for the features that you get. In the box there's a bag and also a mount for your camera or your light. It's not the most sophisticated one I've seen. You still need to use Velcro to attach that to the top of the lid, but at least it's there. It gives you a good way. I'd probably be attaching lights to that in the winter most of all. Next up, Pearl Izumi shoes. So these are a couple of sets of new shoes we've just got our hands on. These are the women's version. You can also get them in men's. They're called exactly the same thing. So these are the X-Alp Elevate. These women's ones come in this coral colour. The men's come in black. So ladies, if you'd rather have a black shoe, go for the men's. There's a boa dial on top to tighten it, with a little Velcro to tighten further at the bottom. These have a nylon and carbon shank. They're an SPD shoe. I just haven't taken out that bit of rubber yet. So they're pretty stiff, and they look to have a really grippy, quite rugged Vibram sole. Now, those shoes are 150 quid. Also, just down the range, there is these X-Alp launch shoes, so also SPDs. Again, ladies get the coral, but also there is an option to have an all grey shoe. Men's just in black. Bit cheaper, these are 110 quid. You've just got laces, but it does have a little lace tidy. Not such a rugged sole. These are quite slimmed down, sort of casual skate style shoes, which seems pretty popular at the moment, to have that sort of skate style, but in a slimmer, more efficient package. They seem pretty stiff too. The only thing with these, just not such an aggressive sole, and obviously a cheaper price. Last up from Pearl Izumi is some of their mountain bike gear. Now, I haven't worn any of their mountain bike gear before, so I'd be quite interested to try it out. This is a 75 quid jersey, which is pretty expensive for a short sleeve summer jersey. But Pearl Izumi say this is made of 99% recycled cotton, so I guess you are spending on your eco-friendly vibes here rather than just on a jersey. That teams up with some pretty muted shorts. So these are the Summit shorts. Now, both of these bits of kit come in men's and women's. This is just the women's stuff I've got in for test. Not too much going on here, but actually I'm pretty much a fan of a dark coloured short and then a jazzy jersey to liven things up a bit. So we'll test those together and see how they get on. Right, that's it for this week. Next week, I'm going to have a load more helmets, and they're going to be even more to add to our trail and enduro best of test. So we're going to do a group test with open face helmets, and I'm going to be doing that one. And then our other tester, Liam, is doing enduro helmets with removable chin bars. I'll be adding the Super DH into that as well. So any helmets out of the test that we're showing you now that get 4 out of 5 on test will go into that best of guide. We've got another best of guide coming up for trail and enduro shoes, and then we've got another one for knee pads. So I've been calling in a load of enduro style knee pads that offer loads of protection but are also really easy to pedal in. So thanks so much for watching this week, and check back next for more.